Hey Sagittarius, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the first half of May. These are general readings. Please keep that in mind. Only take messages that resonate for you. I do offer personal readings via Zoom. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you everybody in advance for always hitting the like, share, subscribe. I love your comments, so thank you for all the support. Sorry, I just got to move a piece of paper out of the way here. Sagittarius, first half of May. What's the energy for Sagittarius? The Lovers. Sagittarius energy. The Lovers, Judgment. Wow, okay. I need to do a bit of clarifying here. You've got the Lovers, the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Swords is throwing me off because, and you have the Judgment here. I was about to say, like, you definitely have some kind of, passionate connection with a person, and I feel like it's really taking off. It's moving along quite quickly. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of energy in this connection. You somehow might be running into a bit of a roadblock or something here that is like, I kind of want to say, like, there's something here that you or this person might say, I knew it. I knew something was there might be one thing that's just, I knew it. Now that could be good, it could be negative. I don't love the Seven of Swords, not usually a positive card, but I want to clarify that. Regardless, it's kind of like the truth always comes out, okay? So you might have this inclination, Sagittarius, of something that you're like, let's say somebody's not over their ex. Let's say somebody isn't, and you're like, I get this vibe or I get this feeling that there's still some kind of leftover energy, or hopefully there's no, because sometimes that is a card of deceit, the cheating type of thing. But there's something here that it's almost like if something is, it depends on the severity here, Sagittarius. If something is extremely severe, let's say somebody maybe cheats the other partner out. Okay, this could be in business, it doesn't have to be love, but it's kind of like that's the deciding factor of where this is going. Because something feels like it's going so quickly, so passionately, but there's something in that's like, I knew it. When it happens, you kind of feel like, you knew you would come to this time where this relationship or your decision is going to have to be made and what you're going to do about that. I'm going to clarify this because it threw me for a bit of a loop when I saw that come out. It's let me see. Some of you may have to prove yourself either right or wrong. You may feel the need to go the distance, let's say, and maybe some of you feel like you're kind of going, sneaking around to find evidence, to find the truth, to maybe make sure that what you're getting. Tell me about the Seven of Swords for Sag. We've got a couple cards here. The Sun and the Hierophant. Okay, so it's interesting because this works out. This is the happiest card of the deck. This is something that I think if somebody here is ultimately putting the past behind them, I feel like somebody here, Sagittarius, is maybe hasn't told you something that maybe you find out, but maybe they thought that you wouldn't want to be with them. You may not commit to them. You may turn them off, or they may turn you off. They may have felt this. And so they chose, or they made a decision to sort of, it's like take care of things, maybe a little bit under the radar, because maybe they really did want to resolve or clear up something of their past. Maybe they didn't want to bring that into your connection. Maybe they only wanted to sort of like put the past behind them. It may not have been the best approach or the right approach. Maybe there was something that you felt. But I feel like some people do things very conventionally and honestly, and they want to bring everything out on the table and wear their heart on their sleeve. And some people may have different approaches. I think the outcome for you in this situation, it ultimately works out for the better. I think that there could be, it's kind of like, I know I never told you, but, it's like, I didn't want you to get the wrong impression. I didn't want you to think I wasn't being honest. I didn't, it's kind of like hiding. And maybe that's the sneaky energy. Maybe this other person, or maybe this is you, is sort of trying to push things under the rug, but ultimately needing to get that out of the way and move it in the past and move forward with you. Because the Sun card is here, Leo. It's a new beginning. When you realize, or I think this person here with the Hierophant is truly committing to you, there's a sense of like wanting to be happy and not wanting to bring in their stuff from, or what this decision is, whatever this thing is, that's kind of like, I knew it, but thank you for sharing now, and we can move forward. So I feel like there's a bit of a saving grace here. There's a bit of a fear around what you might think. So they tried to kind of not let you in on a certain situation. For some of you, it could be a past marriage, actually, with the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. Somebody here, you may not even known that they were married, or you may not have known that they were still married. Maybe they were like, I don't want to tell this person because I don't want to sabotage or ruin what I have with Sagittarius. But this is done. This is in the past, but it hasn't been fully official. It's not official. There's a lot of clarity being brought to the surface here, and you're going to know based on the decision that the two of you have and the commitment that both of you have. It's almost like this person proves themselves through the other actions that they share with you. They prove that they're committed to you. They prove that you make them happy, or it's like, even though this one thing maybe wasn't shown or maybe wasn't expressed, again, hopefully for some of you, it could be because it's a fairly new connection. And sometimes people think that time, you might have to get to know somebody before they share their deep, dark secrets. For some of you, it might be a very long time. It might have been a very long time that you're like, I didn't know this person had a kid or had a wife or a husband. They were married. So there could be a bit of a secret here. It all comes out. I think you're in this place here, first half of May, or whenever you find this video, if this resonates, that something comes out. You have Gemini, Leo, and Taurus here. You could be connecting with any of those signs. I think you make this person very happy. I think they finally shed the light on you because they want to show you that they really are committed to you. They want to show you that they never really wanted to keep something from you. There's the Four of Wands, stability with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. They never really wanted to keep something from you. They didn't want to give you the wrong impression. They didn't want you to think that they were a liar or that they were, being deceitful. But for whatever reason, this particular circumstance seems to... they felt the need not to conceal. They felt the need to conceal that. You have the Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of nurturing energy here to work towards the stability of your relationship. But this person could still have been working on a previous marriage or a previous family affair of some sort. There could have been something there tied to work or earning money around stability. Maybe you had a conversation saying like, I don't understand that. And maybe that's why you knew. Maybe there was a financial situation that you were like, this isn't adding up. I don't know how this, but maybe they were paying into something else. Overall here, Sagittarius, you have what ends up looking like a very stable, happy, nurturing, loving, passionate, committal situation, connection. I think there are certain decisions here that still need to be said and done. there is a bit of a thing here that they're not going anywhere. That's what I feel like. This person, or you, Sagittarius, it's like, I'm not going anywhere regardless of what I'm dealing with or what I'm contending with. I'm not leaving. I don't have any intentions or plans of anyone else or anything else, even though maybe I'm still dealing with something of the past that they were afraid. It's like they didn't want to lose you, so they had to keep it, or what they feel like they had to do was keep it quiet, because they wanted to continue being with you. They wanted to continue committing to you. They wanted to continue keeping this bond close, in fear that maybe you're going to feel like they were lying or cheating or something like that. Somebody here wants to contribute. This is an earth sign, Queen of Pentacles, so you could have Taurus. You get a lot of Taurus here, Virgo, Capricorn, but there's somebody here that is contributing to the stability of the family, of the home life, of this connection. There could be a little bit of financial connection with that Queen of Pentacles. Okay, tell me a little more. I'm just curious about this Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why, but I feel like there's something tied to this person, or what the finances or something working. Is there anything with this Queen of Pentacles? Wait a sec, that's not ready. Queen of Pentacles, what is this for Sagittarius? The Two of Swords. Why the Two of Swords? I feel like there's something here. Again, it's wrapping energy. It's a little bit of guarding one's decision, not fully sharing the decision that is taking place, not fully, again, it's like I'm protecting the decision that I make on something, because a part of me doesn't have a choice in the situation, or feels like they don't have that choice. So they have to do what's best for them right now. It may not come across as what's best for the relationship. We all want somebody who's extremely transparent and honest and shows us everything of the truth, and always, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody here isn't nurturing or caring or wants to do the best thing, but they have to do what's best for them right now. Okay. So I feel like it's like I'm at a bit of a crossroads here, is that I can't make or show a decision around something, but I have to protect that decision. I can't quite think of an example off the top of my head, but for whatever reason, we can't share that information at this time. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So, but they're just doing something that's best for them. It has to protect them. What they're doing is it's like protecting my reputation. Let's say somebody, I don't know, maybe you met in the workplace. Maybe you're not supposed to be dating because it's a work, there's an agreement, or maybe it's a conflict of interest around the place of work. So it's like, I'm not telling anybody this because I don't want to I have to protect myself. I could lose my job. That kind of feeling, okay? That came flying out. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Why the Queen of Wands? It could also be protecting you, or protecting, like, what's good for me is good for you kind of thing. The Fool card. Okay, new beginnings here. There could be somebody here, Sagittarius, that doesn't want that information getting back to the other person, let's say. Whatever this is, it's like I don't want to hurt. Let's say you meet somebody new and you don't want your ex to know. You don't want to really hurt them. but you don't want to share that past experience with your current person. But at the same time, you have a lot of desire, passion, you're ready to move on. The Fool card is here, Queen of Wands. Your heart, your energy, your passion is with you, Sagittarius. But they're also kind of protecting, in a way, you from pulling the old past into this connection, but also saying, like, I really don't want that person to know, because I also don't want to hurt them, or I just don't want to be that involved. I feel like it's not that somebody's a people pleaser per se, but there's a lot of nurturing energy here. And there's a lot of sort of like not sharing somebody's new path and where they're going and what they're doing. There's a big thing around the decision that somebody makes. There's a reason for all of it. Okay? There's a reason for all of it in these partnerships. Okay? Because there could be more than one partnership attached to this situation for you. So we're kind of, we're selectively showing and making decisions and selectively choosing how we're trying to kind of keep two situations from kind of having any cross-contamination or messing up what you're trying to move forward in. I think this person is very, very determined. You have that Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Somebody here is really, really, and it could be you. That could be the fire energy there, where it's like you are really ready to move on in your life. You're really doing a new thing here. But maybe this energy is coming from your side, Sagittarius, but you have to protect something for the benefit of the whole, kind of thing. Okay, there's that Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck again. Okay, sometimes there's a bit of like concealed conversation there, or blocking a little bit of the communication. Maybe picking and choosing when we share that message or what information or knowledge we share. And it's kind of like cross that bridge when you come to it. I feel like that's what this is. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, as to when the right thing, the right timing, the right words, the right circumstances to bring things out when we cross that bridge. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Sometimes Queen of Wands or maybe that Knight of Wands could have a little bit of, high energy to kind of take it on, but there's a little bit of reservation there. The Seven of Wands. What's the Oracle of the Birds? Here we go. The red kite, vision. Take flight and recognize the bigger picture. Okay, this is cool. Hang on, why am I not getting red? There we go. An acrobatic and large bird of prey flies into your field. With red kite comes the ability to see through things from above. It also brings serenity. Get an accurate overview before you take action. Be willing to adopt a higher perspective. Allow yourself to consider a situation from different angles. In order to do so, you might fly higher and higher, but always coming back to earth, back to the community. I am an acrobatic aviator. Others can only marvel at my spectacular flights. I am easily recognized by my deeply forked tail and my rust-colored plumage. I am a shaman bird and allow you insight into higher level connections. My widespread wings are like white windows into the other worlds and testify to my gift of second sight. Some more messages. Integrate death to truly live. Overcome your limitations. Allow yourself to rest again. Let the old die so the new may emerge. Master of transformation and remembering your self-love. So there could be something there, Sag, about letting the old die so that the new may emerge. And that could be what somebody's doing here, is letting something close off or die. They're rising above, they're getting a bigger picture. Maybe this is you. Your affirmation is, I rise above myself, connecting with the spiritual realm while remaining firmly grounded on the earth. So it's kind of interesting, because the Hierophant is a little bit with that judgment, as above, so below. There's kind of like the two realms, the two viewpoints, and sort of trusting that what's meant to happen on this grounded earth for you will, having trust in the higher power in this situation. But I feel like there's an energy of like, we'll cross that bridge when we're meant to. We'll make that judgment call when it arises, when it's meant to. Okay, Sagittarius, I want to wish you guys a great day. Thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.